An injunction against foster farms, who's eligible for the available vaccines, and when might schools begin to reopen. The COVID-19 in Merced County, February 2021 recap. Greetings, everyone. This is the Gardening Snail of Livingston, California, just trying to keep the community informed and local government as transparent as possible. And I've been tracking the COVID-19 numbers since the outbreak began. Let's begin our February recap by looking at where we were on January 29th. The positivity rate was 12%. There were 41 in county hospitals. Regional ICU capacity was projected at 9.2%. There were 2,738 probable active cases and 350 total deaths. Over the next 4 weeks in February, the positivity rate had dropped to 6.2%. There were 30 in county hospitals, and the regional ICU capacity projection had risen to 15%, while total deaths had risen by 47. On February 2nd, the Merced Sun-Star reported that a judge had doubled down on a restraining order ensuring foster farms poultry workers would be protected from COVID-19. Judge Brian L. McCabe granted a request by the United Farm Workers for a preliminary injunction against foster farms. The court had earlier approved a temporary restraining order on December 23rd, setting the stage for the court to enforce worker safety protections. On February 5th, the county announced it was hosting community-based COVID-19 vaccination clinics. These clinics to be open to anyone 65 years or older or in Phase 1A of the county's vaccine distribution plan. On February 10th, there was an announcement of 2 additional COVID-19 vaccination clinics. These clinics would be by appointment only and open to anyone 65 years or older or in Phase 1A of the county's vaccine distribution plan. On February 10th, the Merced County Times announced that Merced City School Board okayed dates for opening schools to more students. The process would follow a hybrid model, and families would be given a choice to remain in distance learning or return to in-person instruction under the hybrid model within the following timeline and categories. February 22nd, those students in student supervision, youth enrichment programs, preschool, and specialized services. March 1st, transitional kindergarten through grade 2nd. March 15th, grades 3 through 6. The board did not take a vote regarding the middle school grades of 7 and 8. However, direction was given to City School Superintendent Rogers and his reopening team to return to the board as soon as possible with more work in detail on the model for in-person instruction for this student group, along with results from new surveys of parents, teachers, and staff members. They stated an aspirational goal of a possible March 22nd return for grades 7 and 8, providing the move would align with public health safety guidelines. On February 10th, the Merced County announced a new vaccination schedule, which included dates for second doses, which are approximate and only available by appointment. On February 22nd, the Campus Park Elementary School in Livingston released photos on its Facebook page featuring students in in-person learning. On February 26th, the county announced an updated list of those eligible to receive the vaccine, which included frontline essential workers such as educators, child care workers, emergency services, and food and agricultural workers. Those currently eligible to receive the vaccine should contact your provider to see if you are able to make an appointment, and below there is a list regarding the clinics being offered. The Merced faculty associates would be offering the vaccine only to their patients, and there were a couple of pop-up clinics that were offered in Merced County. Also on February 26, the COVID-19 vaccination distribution for Phase 1 was also released. In the key, green circle indicates that the group has been offered the vaccine. Yellow circle indicates that the group is waiting to be offered the vaccine. And red circle indicates that the vaccine is not yet available at this time. I'm not going to read the entire list. You can pause this video wherever you'd like to look it over at your leisure. But this slide could be summarized as medical and related fields. Phase 1B, persons 65 years and older, and some, but not all, frontline essential workers. Phase 1C, not yet eligible for the vaccine, persons 50 through 64 years old, persons 16 to 49 years old with high-risk health conditions, and other essential workers. The following list will provide further information about frontline essential workers' eligibility under Phase 1B of the vaccine distribution plan. To ensure that vulnerable groups continue to be prioritized, the vaccine will be allocated as 70% for individuals 65 years and older and 30% for essential workers. Initial vaccine supplies will only be available to a limited group of essential workers and will expand as vaccine allocations increase in Merced County. At this time, the following sectors will be considered eligible to receive the vaccine as a frontline essential worker. In green are those eligible for vaccination, and orange soon to be eligible for vaccination. So I'm just going to read from the green side. Education and child care sectors, emergency services including law enforcement, paramedics, and first responders, farmers, farm and ranch workers, and agribusiness support services, veterinary health, animal diagnostic, and food testing laboratories, workers in food manufacture and maintenance of equipment associated with infrastructure necessary to food, agricultural production, and distribution. Food manufacturer and supplier workers includes poultry and livestock. Workers at animal care facilities that provide food, shelter, veterinary routine care, and workers in sanitation of food manufacturers. Now we're going to switch over to a few statistics. You can see here that active cases have fallen to about where they were towards the end of July. For the period December 15th through the end of February, hospitalizations fluctuated greatly but were in a downward trend. This shows the positive cases by community by week for the period beginning July 3rd, 2020 to February 26, 2021. This shows by how much positive cases increased each week in Livingston. Here we have the pattern of increase by week for Atwater, Delhi, and Dos Palace, Gustine, Hilmar, and La Gran Planada, and Los Banas, Merced, and Winton. Any views or opinions expressed on these videos are my own and do not represent the views or opinions of the City Council or City of Livingston. Unless, of course, I am using direct quotes or video from City Council or other public meetings, then it's pretty obvious whose opinion is whose. Copies of source documentation available upon request.